Yo, I know you've talked about this to Withsend recently, so I don't want to get into the specifics, but I'm curious, can you share with me, because I feel like, shout out to Arnold, who I think has done a good job of just artist development over the years.
For sure.
Obviously with yourself, Tusi.
100%.
But I feel like you also, as a CEO, when, Billion Dollar Baby Entertainment was, let's say 2-3 years ago, you were doing such a great job of doing the same thing. Is there any lessons you learned when it comes to putting so much into other artists and then kind of being in the situation now where you're not necessarily working with anybody, but you put so much into so many different people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lesson to be learned. Don't do it. You get what I'm saying? Don't do it. Like, and not only that, like, because I don't regret nothing that I done did for nobody. I'm going to always do something for whoever I could do something for. You know what I'm saying? It could be a stranger off the street. It could be an artist that I'm not, in business with, that's not signed to me. Like, if I see something in them, you get what I'm saying, that I admire, I see qualities, I see potential, like, I would easily tell them, you know what I'm saying, like, what's on my mind. I'm not going to have something on my mind and look at them and then let them, you know what I mean, do anything else outside of, like, I'm going to at least give them the information. Whether or not if they use it, that's on them, but I just simply wouldn't do it. Like, they got to, main thing is, like, they gotta be just as dedicated to this shit, committed to this shit, and ready to make the sacrifices and put their own work in and not let nothing stop them. They gotta have all them same qualities just as much as I got them in order for me to, split my energy and my attention and my focus and my money for
and your
sure.
Bandwidth from
and
your
my
kids.
bandwidth, right? All that shit. You get what I'm saying? So. Yeah, that's why I'm in a space now where I'm just really I got too much to do for me, you know what I mean, and the people that I'm really responsible for, not people who I took on the responsibility.
I was going to say, obviously, the last few years has to also kind of be like whatever you were going through. Obviously, you've been through a lot personally, emotionally. Your brother passing, your dad passed in 2019,
right?
The Rolling Loud shit, but you also, I think, were probably able to like focus on being a part of like your kids' lives in the early developmental years, while kind of I guess maybe taking a step back in terms of like you said, you kind of lost a little bit of the passion of
for creating
for
and putting
shit,
the music
but like
out, for sure.
But you're never gonna lose the passion of being a father, right?
Nah,
so it's
absolutely. Like, it allowed me more time to do that. I mean, I was always hands on and always, you know what I mean.
But you had some new kids.
No, for plenty. I got 4 now. You know what I'm saying? When the world first caught wind of me, when I first took over the world, I had 1 baby girl, you get what I'm saying? So she done been around this shit since she was 1 year old, you know what I mean? But definitely. Like on hindsight, like I look at this shit as a blessing because it gave me more time to, focus on the shit that really matter. And most importantly, like, when you're around that type of love, like it's not a pure form of love, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm around my kids and then I step back out into this world or get around these niggas out here, whatever, like I can immediately see the difference. You get what I'm saying? Like it ain't even I already do. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, way less put into that. Cause when I put my mind to something, like I'm on that. It ain't too much that can stop me. So if I tell myself I'm gonna change a motherfucker life, like I'm gonna stop at nothing. Like I'm willing to, bet the house on changing a motherfucker life. Like that's what I do. You get what I'm saying? Like I stand firm in that. You know what I mean? Like. And I really just do it based off like me. Like if a motherfucker believe in me, like I stop at nothing to prove them right.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like I owe them. I owe them that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a principle I stand on as a man. So I expect the same in return. From other motherfuckers, and that's probably something like that I should. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
It just don't work like that.
Not everybody, you can't hold people to your own standard because
absolutely, that's what I do. You know what I mean? I expect people to operate at the same standard as me. Like my standard is normal in any way, shape, or form, and it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So,
what would be like for anybody who's grinding, whether it's being an artist, being in the entertainment industry, just having 2 full-time jobs or whatever it is? You do such a good job of like work-life balance when it comes to still being very present in your kids' lives. Mm-hmm. Like, what would be advice you would give to like help with the work-life balance if someone's watching this?
I mean, most importantly, like doing something that you thoroughly enjoy doing. You know what I mean? And then your kids are gonna see that. Like my kids can tell, like when I enjoy making music. Like that's generally like the music that they enjoy listening to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a full circle thing. It's really just leading by example. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed to be in a position of where my kid, especially, you know, my oldest child, the one who has enough understanding to be able to process the shit. You get what I'm saying? Like what's going on.
How old is your oldest child now?
7.
So she kind of,
Yeah, no, for sure. But she's a whole
She grew up in
boss.
this shit for sure.
Yeah, she ain't, you know, she a different breed. So, you know, to be able to be blessed enough to have it to where my child love what I do, you know what I mean? And she, and what I do, I just kind of like spoke on this shit yesterday, like, I let my kids choose, like, you know, what they gravitate towards within my career. You know, I don't force nothing on them. Like, I'm not about to get in the car and play my music for them. I'm not doing that. Like, my daughter, like, I get in the car and play any one of these niggas. She turn that off, play your music. Like, that's what she's gonna say. Like, 1000%. She don't want to hear nothing else. She want to hear me. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope because I feel like
dope as hell, bro.
Most rappers, kids want to listen to like Playboy Cardi or
somebody else. You feel me? Like whoever they listen to. My baby, nah, she reminds me. She'll remind me.
Will she like tell you what song like that's unreleased?
Daddy, the one song with they go like this, and I'm like damn, like I made that shit a year ago. You know what I mean? Like I forgot I had it. Like I was supposed to put that on the tape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
was there any songs like that made it that you were like that were just old that you like?
Nah, the oldest song on that bitch is Can't Keep Keisha.
Okay.
And I just made that maybe March, April. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the oldest one. The rest of it, you know, I just made.